Okay, we're going to talk about chores. It is absolutely recommended as a newlywed discussion that you decide who is going to be in charge of what chores in your household. This becomes infinitely more important when you add tiny people into a mix so that one person doesn't feel like they're doing everything. However, Daddy probably will be doing everything, at least for the first month, maybe even two, while you get settled in. One of these reasons is because you might have a difficult birth and you might not be able to lift anything heavy or even push the vacuum around. Especially if you have a C-section, I know there's special requirements. But he needs to be aware that he is going to be responsible for these things so he doesn't complain later. And that may sound kind of dumb, but I can't even tell you how annoying complaining is when you're in pain and you actually physically can't do that. So, if you have to, make a list. You know, who's cleaning the bathroom, toilets, mirrors, whatever. And let him know what the expectations that you have are so that, you know, when you guys are fighting over stupid stuff, because you will, and everyone's tired and, you know, you find out what you're really like when you haven't slept for 4 days or so. And, you know, you're arguing about you didn't do it right. Okay, so set out your expectations, make a list if you have to, share responsibilities, but let him know that after the baby, he's going to be in charge of things, and here are the things you expect him to be in charge of, you know? Certain things are obviously going to be more of a priority, like cooking dinner and doing dishes. Other things, like cleaning toilets, is probably going to fall to the wayside. And that's okay, trust me, it is. But, you know, mowing the lawn isn't really that big of a deal in the middle of winter when you're dealing with a screaming baby. So, chore list, prioritize, figure out who's doing what, and then be aware that he's going to have to shoulder the burden of the outside chores while you're dealing with, you know, figuring out how to take care of a baby. Let him know that it is only temporary, because it's important to remind people of that. Even, yeah, stuff and things. But it is important to go over. It sounds stupid, but this is one of the big things that people really argue over besides money. Because no one wants to feel like they're the only one doing stuff in a relationship. So please sit down, have a conversation about chores, who's doing what, who's responsible for what. And then just be kind, you know, try and be forgiving, or at the very least, just don't care about silly things, you know. I love you guys. Hey, sit down please, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.